Hello everybody and welcome to another exciting list video. Today we are doing something that is often requested by people, which is to talk about some of the favorite decks we've played. A lot of people have asked for our deck lists, but when we play in paper, I don't build deck lists. No. Never have, right? And also, like, when I'm done with a deck on ARKHAM, I delete it. I just say goodbye. Yeah. Because, like...
It's not worth it.
Yeah, and also just because there's a lot. I mean, I play a lot of ARKHAM, right? Like, and even you guys, you've played a lot of ARKHAM, so you don't really get like attached to them. So all these decks that we're going to be talking about are kind of coming from memories, as we kind of like. Yeah. I mean, you could probably piece them together from our videos. So there's no actual like links to these decks in this video. Just gonna say that right off the get-go.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Yeah. Because we don't know. We don't know what's in them.
We can try and remember like what campaign they were from, but...
Yeah, and we're also going to, like, we'll describe, like, the important pieces of the deck. Because that's what it kind of is. And some of them are just like... I'm a Mystic. I play Mystic cards.
No.
So let's dive in and go through them as we kind of just reminisce and walk down the ARKHAM memory lane. With the first one, which was Lightsaber Mark Harrigan with grenades. So
yeah, this one was like a White Elephant playthrough, I think, of Circle Undone?
Yeah, it was definitely the Circle Undone because we had to stealth into
the
lodge, but like we just showed up and the guy was like, I'm looking at you, and you were like, here's a grenade.
Yeah, this was a deck that Bryn built for me. It was Mark Harrigan, and you had the Enchanted Blade. And the lightsaber part came from one of the tactics I was playing was Act of Desperation. So I could throw the sword at them and it would come back to me.
Oh, because you had the well-maintained.
Yeah, the well-maintained, yeah. Same thing with the grenades. You put the well-maintained on the grenades, I maintain them well by bringing more grenades.
Turns out.
So people don't know, these are the Mark I grenades, and well-maintained is when it leaves play, it goes back to your hand and any attachments except for the well-maintained. Yeah,
that was a good campaign. That was fun.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed seeing you in real time just be like, this is great. You know, like, this is sick. Yeah. And that's one that we actually talk about often, the Mark grenades. Yeah, it comes up a lot.
That one might be worth our time to try to piece back together. And
maybe.
Yeah, they're all on there. I mean, I can do it.
Maybe.
I mean, like most like what, a third of the deck was like making this stupid lightsaber thing work.
Yeah.
And the rest of it was probably just like good blue cards.
Yeah. I mean, we could even like revisit, like piecemeal as much as we can, find the important pieces, and then just like, you know, update it for the card catalog today.
Yeah. Maybe even put it together as like a standalone.
Yeah.
Like a pile for that.
I do think that that'd be worth it for these.
Whatever.
Like, especially
you're not going to get this in this video or the description for this one, so like, tough shit.
But, no, this one was a good one. I mean, Act of Desperation is just sweet with anything that is. Yeah. All right, next one here this is my Janky Red Gloved Man Preston Fairmont. So I actually forgot about this deck completely until there was a comment in one of the old videos being like, this turn with the Red Glove Man was crazy. And I was like, what the hell is this comment talking about? So I went, and I was playing a poor Preston deck, and I played the Red Glove Man and then Ace in the hole to take a super turn and just, like, chop the hell out of snakes, or whatever it was. Or I don't remember. I think it was we were playing Forgotten Age. But I was telling this to Travis when we were recording one day, where I missed this, like, creativity that apparently I had once for this game. Because now I'm very just much like, I want my card to be efficient, and if it's not efficient, I want it to die in a fire. So I tried to recapture the magic, and I'm actually revisiting the deck in a run on Patreon where I'm playing probably the worst gym deck I've ever made. Wow. Which is saying something.
Wow. Like you've done a lot of those. So.
But I am playing them through Dark Matter, so it is easier, and it's actually going to be, you know, loaded with experience. But
Space Trumpet.
Yeah. I don't know, because I could not make that deck today. If you put me with the exact same card pool, that deck, with my knowledge of the game now, would not cross my mind.
Yeah, like even just like the same card pool, like the same 30 cards that were in the deck, no other cards, like, this is not enough.
I'd be like, this is not what I want to play. Even like poor Preston, to me, I don't like the idea of playing that anymore, but I gotta just like try it, you know. Just gotta do and
do it.
Yeah. But I think it also comes a lot because in 3 players you can kind of do jankier shit with less punishment than 2-player brings. So you know,
yeah.
I like the 3 players. It's more fun.
It is.
Yeah. Because like we can do what we did today, where you're just like, you guys are just like, I got nothing. we'll eventually make it work. We'll find our way.
Yeah, just getting clues. I need help, and we're like,
yeah. Just the Kluber being like, gets one enemy, he's like, I need help, and then just both fighters like, no,
not this turn, not this turn.
Right? Like touch my nose, dibs out.
Yeah, that was really.
Law of Yorick says I can't help you.
Yeah, because you guys each had an enemy. There was some birds around you, and you're just like, no way. Yeah, that's so funny. All right, let's see what we got next. The time we cursed Travis to death.
This was hell. It's me playing. I was playing a parallel rolling deck, and I just like stopped trying to play the insight side of it and just built like a bunch of an ally deck that didn't require me to make tests because I just failed them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'd yell at him for taking our curses.
Yeah. I'd be doing a test, the game would be like, ooh, drawing range is like I draw 2 curse tokens at -3, and they're like, Travis, what the hell are you doing?
And like what made it worse too was that I was Luke.
Yeah.
And you were Dexter.
Yeah.
And because I was Luke, I was not near you, so you couldn't even use my Blasphemous Act to make it. Because like that's the thing, right? Like my idea is that if someone is putting any curses in and you can get either False or Blasphemous Covenant, the experience is well worth it. But Travis couldn't, and he couldn't get any help from me because I was Luke off in my Dream Gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro was playing a Dexter deck?
Yeah. Yeah, sitting around with like Priest of Two-Face, like, no, I have to keep this.
Yeah, and then just
he hasn't taken 2 damage yet.
Yeah, and then just me in like the Dreamgate being like, yeah, I'll stir up trouble this 4 shroud location, and Travis is like, please stop.
Oh,
yeah,
I want to do things.
Yeah, cruising around with like the Armageddon.
Yeah,
just failing to find.
It is kind of crazy
I want them.
how just like unless you're playing like Favor of the Moon, you're not gonna find them.
It just doesn't happen when it is convenient.
Yeah. Because like when
I did get to deal like a jillion damage to one guy.
Which one was that?
He didn't have a jillion health.
Oh,
but
was it just some some guy and you just like overkilled him?
A random test and I hit like 5 or 6 curses.
Incredible. And he was probably already like, dead to the initial test. Yeah,
it's like, oh, cool. I mean, like we'll dump some more charges on this, I guess.
Yeah. All right, what do we got next? The first Mandy deck, the original sin.
Yeah, this is the first time I played Mandy. It was like through Dream Eaters. It was a 50-card deck that I had. It did have Pen to the Queen in it, and then I just stuffed it full of as many untranslated things as I could, and then just dragged the other 2 through the entire game.
Yeah, like especially. Was that the one? I don't even remember who I was playing for that one, but I think it was our first Dream Eaters run.
That sounds right.
And so that means I probably played... Oh, but no, that was a double-sided one, because you played Diana in one half of it. And then we played all of the others. So I think I might have been Tommy. I think I played Tommy and Patrice in the first Dream Eaters. So then you played whoever the rogue was in that one. Who's the fucking rogue in Dream Eaters? Tony. Yeah, Tony's so good.
Yeah, I played Mandy and Luke, probably. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do remember in the last scenario, just like walking down the strand, I'm like, I played like my turn 1 Ancient Stone with like 10 charges on it or something stupid, and I just walked down, I was like, I'll draw 2 cards, and then...
Yeah, you're just killing the spiders, and we just were like, unable to keep up. But I was probably Patrice for that one, which makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why we don't get to play. We don't play Mandy anymore because that one, but also just because YouTube says we don't want to see Mandy anymore.
They're stupid. We'll play Mandy next time.
The next one is Anything Goes. So
yes.
Just like bring a different card or a post-it note with something drawn on it. Check it out. New Investigator drop. They've got the same abilities and numbers as Mandy. It's kind of weird, but
I'll bring Guided by the Unseen Mandy. Just to torture you two.
I'm not going to look at your cards. I'm not going to wait
play a
for
skill
you to
deck.
look at your cards.
I'll play Carson Sinclair so I can give you more actions.
Nice.
Please let me search my deck for a skill to commit, Lord Mandy. All right. Enchanted Armor, Will Yorick.
This was a good one.
Yeah. A lot of Travis being like, I'm just gonna put damage on this, and me being like, Travis, I can't pass a brain 5 test. Travis being like, why did you give me this?
Sometimes you would though.
Like, I don't know. I put this in because it came out halfway through the campaign we were playing, and I thought it was cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I those like I just remember when you had that you made the house rule where that
you
for
could,
level 0 cards you could swap them
Yeah.
out if new stuff came out because when they came out by Mythos pack, those were the days.
They were, nostalgia.
Yeah, that was like it's like one of those things because COVID was so long and I didn't buy any of Innsmouth until like COVID was done that I kind of just like it feels like so much longer than it actually was since we had those packs. Yeah. Anyway, Enchanted Armor is kind of sweet in Will Yorick. It turns out it's really easy to get big brain numbers with red and or blue cards. So you can soak a lot of damage and protect your teammates while not even being there. Yeah. And you just pass. Yeah, and then if they fail, you're just like, hang on, I'm going to go cut this man open. There's a magic code inside him. Yeah. Did I dream it that you... Did you also do something with Enchanted Armor with also the Ancient Covenant and Blesses? And then you just kind of like got... Whenever you drew one, you just passed? Because I have like a distinct memory of you like passing like an 8 test on that. Yeah, like I did play a second Will Yorick deck with the Enchanted Armor when we played through War of the Outer Gods. Oh, that must be it then, yeah. Because you also had the pluckies. Like I didn't have any weapons to do damage in my deck.
Yes, I remember now.
Yeah, so there was like a lot of sitting there being like, okay, if there's another green guy, they're gonna get to advance their thing, and we can't kill this one fast enough. So. Yeah. You actually, now that I think about it, you've had bad luck in the majority of our standalones. Like when you played Min and you just immediately got like your build around eaten by the blob or something. That was pretty cool. Yeah. You know, that's why they're standalones. All right, what's next? Backpack Carolyn Fern.
Oh, this is a good one. This is one we played online through Dream Eaters again. And
yeah, you just lock the two the two investigator cards together.
Yeah. And so I was our main Clover. Yeah. And this was our like 6 decks, one.
Yeah, and we had one collection because I forgot to put on when you were talking about Backpack Carolyn. I also loved, not because of the deck structure, but just like with the Gloria deck for that one because just But who did I play in that other half? I forget. It was a Mystic, Jacqueline. Played Jacqueline.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I refused to move. I would just spend all 3 my actions investigating every turn and like had our teammates drag me around with
And it was me because it was me that I linked together because then you also got my token.
Oh yeah, the extra token ability. Yeah. Safeguard just dragged me around and I was like, I'll investigate 3 times this turn. Good times.
I do think that those decks were the best decks we've ever played in terms of getting the job done. Those 6 decks.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, like we do often play like stupid gimmick. Oh, I do anyway.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it more. Yeah. So you better bring Mandy because I'm gonna just bring the shittiest fucking flex in the world.
Yeah, show up with a Mystic, but the Mystic deck is so bad that when they die, the average arcane ability of the human species increases.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. All right, next one we got here, the Big Money Dark Matters Trish deck. So this one actually I didn't play with Bryn and Travis. I played this one with Lyle on the channel. But we played through Dark Matter, which always leads...
Are you cheating on me?
Yes. Yeah. Travis has known this for a while. Yeah.
It's been tough.
But Dark Matter is a great custom campaign if you just want to have fun. Because it's not too difficult and you get a literal truckload of experience dropped off of your door. But with this one, I got the basic weakness where you have to pay a certain amount of money and you get some starting experience. And I was a Trish deck, so I thought, fuck it, I could probably make big money work. And like by the end of it, I had like black fans. I was like taking like my deck was just experienced cards, and I was taking like 5 actions a turn and just like I felt like a god, but like not in a way like it didn't feel like like the game was still like I was still Trish. I was still like weak to it in the Mythos phase and all that, and it was just a really fun time. So if you want to have fun, play Dark Matter and just do whatever the hell you want.
Play your stupid deck that requires 60 experience to function.
Yeah. Finally, I've made it. Preston Fairmont event only. Paired with the unbreakable Norman Withers event only. So this one, if you don't know, Bryn and I
Sometimes Travis disappears for lengths of time, and we don't know where he is.
Yeah.
But,
And then Bryn and I do...
We got to keep making videos.
Dumb challenges that I think Travis would never sign up for.
You would be so mad.
Yeah, I wouldn't really want to play this.
Yeah. So Bryn and I did
to get back to the
assets only. Yeah, me too.
Assets only one though.
And then are we gonna still wait like a cycle or two to try the skills only one? Because that one I think I'm gonna play Silas for that one because he actually has a weapon in his deck.
Just gonna play Carson and be like, I can't do anything anyway.
But so the event only one we did through Return to Dunwich.
Stuff is gonna be so hard.
Yes. Yeah. But so and then how it went was not well, but I think my Preston deck was actually really fun because I think Preston actually can play events only fine because he has money, right? Like he's missing stuff like Well Connected, so he loses the consistency. Yeah. But
you can pay for turkeys and whatever you want to play with.
Yeah, you basically just get to like play your events each turn. So like it was a fun deck, and it was like a lot of great moments. The Kill Preston is going to live on forever. But
that card was also an event, so
yeah, yeah, because did you have Dark Pack? It's like you had Dark Pact in your deck, yeah. just, and then the violent commands being like you must deal damage to somebody. It's like sorry, Preston, it's you.
I mean, that was good. We got to the end, which is not actually the end of the campaign, just where we got to end because it instructed us that the game was over and we were dead.
Yeah.
We like get up to the top of the hill and he's like, "I'm gonna kill you," and I'm like, "Must kill Preston."
Yeah.
And then we just both explode anyway.
And for people, because Bryn and I, literally, it was last April where we recorded the assets only start. It's been like almost a year. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah,
it's
we might.
Good.
We might even finish that one in paper.
Yeah, we could.
Because, honestly, it's more fun.
Yeah, it is. It is more fun. I will say though that the mod has gotten so many quality of life upgrades. It now automatically draws connection markers.
Fancy.
It's really cool. Yeah. All right, the Bob deck that broke Eon Chart and made it tabooed, probably. So this was actually Super Fang, who is another Arkham Horror content creator, showed me this deck when I played with him, and it was like, this deck's really cool. And then I tried it, and we actually have a video on the channel. So with Joey the Rat, who is always been like one of the coolest and most interesting allies. I love another deck I just remembered now is the Tony deck where you played with Joey the Rat and you kept selling off your guns when they were emptying to just play new ones that were a bit like, that was really cool. And like the idea was that it just kind of like broke the hell out of Eon Chart, but you were still just like, I'm investigating 3 to 3 to 2, or like using your old key ring before the upgraded version came out, and just like being able to like loop it. And whenever you made the loop where you trashed your 1 Eon Chart to Joey and then scavenged back the Eon Chart you got rid of on your next investigate to replace the Eon Chart that you just played, and you're like, I'm only using it once and I'm throwing it away and selling it. And it was just like such a wild loop that I'm glad doesn't exist anymore. Because, it was a bit powerful.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Forbidden Arts, Lily Chen.
Yeah, this one was from our first playthrough, Edge of the Earth.
Yeah.
You were playing Mari Jack, Brendan was playing Bob Jenkins, and I was playing Lily Chen. And this one was like a weird one. The initial goal of the deck was to like use the fist discipline, or no, the foot discipline for extra action, so I could swing with the Cyclopean Hammer and then swing with the Cyclopean Hammer, knock the guy away, and then play the stupid Fangateer card to like teleport to him and hit him with the sledgehammer after. Yeah, that's what it was. But it actually just turned into hit things with the Cyclopean hammer, and that was it. Which was kind of lame, but we did have the Forbidden Arts part of it. Was Bruno was playing Bob Jenkins, I mentioned, and he would purchase for me a sawed-off shotgun, which is most assuredly not allowed in martial arts.
No.
Yeah, but it's really good.
Yeah, it's extremely good with the fist discipline where you get +5 to your next test. We got to just explode a couple enemies with that. It was good.
They show up and they're like, I have 6 health. Like, oh, it's a shame.
Yeah, no, it was really fun to see that,
especially
happen.
since you didn't know about it.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, that's actually, people always ask, too, why don't we make deck lists or, show our upgrades on camera? And, well, right now we're doing it is because also sometimes we like to surprise each other. Yeah. We like to keep it secret. Also, so Travis doesn't yell at us when we're like, "You're cutting what?"
I don't do that.
Not as much anymore.
No, I imagine it's all internalized now.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be back to it where we keep it secret from each other because it's just kind of a bit more fun. Sometimes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, what's next? Henry Wannifred.
Good name, Justin.
Thank you. So, this one was actually very recent. This was our Edge of the Earth rerun.
3 weeks ago we finished it.
And this was where Travis played Wannifred Habamuck with Henry Wan.
Yeah, and he kept putting more frost tokens into the bag so that he was like, my Henry Wan will be better.
And then I do like that revelation where it was like, Travis was like, yeah, we could do this. Let's put some frost tokens in. Well, it's okay. And then the next scenario, he played Henry Wan. And then I was like, wait a minute. You did this on purpose.
No.
But it was just a cool deck to see function. I actually liked all 3 of our decks from that one. I love the Skid Sledgehammer deck. The Patrice deck that the patron made for me was really fun. But just seeing Henry Wan actually function after we've been talking shit about him forever was really cool to see.
He's still bad.
He's still not great.
See, the other things, he really pulled his weight. There were a couple turns where I'll gain 2 resources and draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
For my one action, it was like, holy shit.
Yeah, he's by no means good, but I do think that now, with most of the cases in the card of the game, you can make a case for why this card should fit in a deck somewhere.
Don't tell Justin. But we should build a deck where one of us plays Henry Wan and the other one plays purple seal cards to make Henry Wan better.
Just
cursed and blessed cards.
Oh, that would be good, yeah.
It's gonna be so fucking so bad.
I'll play Father Mateo.
Yeah, the payoff is one of us gets to draw 4 cards.
Let's go. I don't know what it is, but it sounds like a good payoff.
4 cards is a lot of cards.
It's a lot of cards. That's a Rex signature.
It's almost like cryptic research.
Yeah.
More than cryptic research.
It's like Rex choosing to fail a test.
Yeah.
Trees for hand, big gun Leo.
Yeah, this one wasn't fun. Well,
yeah, it was fun retrospectively.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right? It's fun in the way that going on a 6-day hike is fun. Where at the time you're like, this is fucking miserable. My feet are wet and I've got blisters and I haven't eaten in 2 days because backpacking food is there to trick my brain into thinking I've eaten something.
But then you look back and you're
you're like, yeah, that was a good trip. I enjoyed that. Let's do that again sometime.
Yeah.
That's this. Only I don't actually ever want to do this again. Yeah, I was just playing a big guns Leo deck. And the random weakness that I got was, what if my hands were trees and I dropped everything that was in them?
Yeah, you were playing a bar deck, I think.
No, it was even worse than that. It was the Springfield.
Yeah. Oh, you wanted to play with the Tabooed telescopic sight and stuff, right?
It was actually before the Taboo.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was playing the telescopic sight to make the gun work.
Oh, God. And I was
a terrible deck already.
Calvin? I think.
Yeah, and you, Calvin, you retired into Wendy.
Yeah.
So then I must have been playing the Clue Getter. Mm-hmm. Was it Mandy? This was our return to. Yeah, I played Mandy, I think. Okay. Yeah, I played a 30 card. Go hard, Mandy.
Yeah, but I got mad at Bryn in one scenario when he dropped his gun because he drew it, and then he was like, I have no plan beyond this. And I was like, you know it's in your deck. It's like scenario 2, scenario 3.
I didn't have XP. The Springfield cost like 3. The telescopic sites cost 3. It was so expensive to do very little.
Like
and then the game was like, no, you can't even do that.
And I don't know what you've done, Bryn, but you've cursed all Leos because every time he gets fucking tree hands.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, anyway, the moral of the story is show up as Leo, use sled dogs as your weapons because you can't drop them. Probably. Unless you draw your weakness at a bad time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was... We always bring that one up. That's it! That's the end, man. That was fun. Just reminiscing. Shooting the shit. I've actually been I've been trying to, I've been doing it slowly over time, but I've been building a website for playing board games where they have all of our campaigns. Like, so it's like, you know, here's all the Forgotten Age ones with titles and like links to the playlist for it.
Yes.
And we've played a lot of this fucking game.
Yeah, it's just a little bit. It's been 6 years.
Yeah. But, you know, yeah, I mean, we're already thinking about the decks we're going to build for our free-for-all, or, you know, anything goes, so there's got to still be something brewing.
I've already lost my Yorick, so I don't know.
Disaster.
Yeah, we'll have to play like Mandy, I guess.
Cole, could you imagine?
Oh, show with Mandy.
Oops, all
Mandy's.
One of us is like, I'll do investigation check, and everybody's like, I'll use guide by the answer.
It's been 3 hours. We're not through Act 2 yet, but
we're getting there.
It's going pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna take a break for dinner, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, like we're pretty close that we could also probably try like revisit the Mono Guardian one too. We could try that someday in the future. There's still tons of things we could try. I mean, Bryn and I are going to do all skills one day, so we're obviously crazy.
Sinclair as the Guardian.
Yes.
I also actually what I would love to see too is someone try, not Travis, so it's either going to be me or Bryn.
Not me.
You'll know when I say, but someone try like actually a legitimate paper Lola deck on here. Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably not going to be me.
Yeah. You know, because I do think that she is better without, you know, her nuclear bomb in her deck.
Yeah.
But still not great, but I think that could still be fun to try it out. But like I said, it's not going to be Travis.
What do you mean you think it might be better if you don't have to just discard all your cards?
Yeah, if you don't just have to suddenly die. Yeah. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back next week for another discussion list video. In the meantime, have a good one. And as always, GG's.